Oh, thanks, but would you care to join me there tomorrow? You're inviting me? Hello, beautifuls. This is Aromie here. Welcome back to TODO today. I recently looked it up. This game, part 2, is going to be coming out September... someday in September. I looked it up and I freaking blanked out. But this is pre-recorded before that date. So, by the time this goes out, part 2 will be out. Hopefully. Hopefully, depending on how fast I edit this. Anyway, we're going to say sure for now. But if nothing really happens that's interesting, we're gonna come back here. Sure. I mean, this does throw over what little plans I have for the day, but I'll help out. Thank you, Michiko. I really appreciate this. Alright, see you later then. Yes, bye, Michiko. I mean, I can work what I can right now, right? Well, I guess I have to get ready then. So, no work for the competition? No, not today, I guess. This better be worth it. It's a bit strange to come here so often, but I need the money. Chica, I'm glad you could make it here so quickly. Sure, thanks for calling me. Afternoons are usually a little more exhausting than usual shift, but today seems to be fairly relaxed. Well, you know what to do. I'll leave the shop to you then, Michiko. Alright, let's do this. Looks like Phoenix isn't here today. Dang it! This is not worth it! Welcome to Cardinal for Books. How can I help you? Surprise me! What? I want you to surprise me. So you just want me to buy a random book? No, I want you to think about what book might be my liking. Be to my liking. Sorry, this isn't how things work here. I shall talk to the manager if that's the case. She's not available right now. You're not lying, are you? Well, I shall give you one more chance then. What kind of books do you think I like? What the heck is tomes? Books about riddles? Something enigmatic? I don't hear. Yes, I'll take that. But on to the next question. What? Oh dear. Humor him, I guess, before he calls on my manager. Alright, what have you got? That's a spirit. But I'm sorry to disappoint. I actually didn't have another question. I just wanted to test your willingness to help me. So, did I pass? I am positively surprised. You seem to know exactly what a customer might want. Okay, but I'll ask you again. Is there anything you want to buy? Yes, I'd like to buy. I'd like a cookbook. Well, what was that? What was the act for then? Act. Do you want to look around yourself, or do you need a recommendation? I'll look around, but maybe I'll come back to that offer. Okay. Stress is up. I really don't envy whoever usually has this shift. Hello, I'm looking for a book for my son. Sure, is there anything particular he is interested in? Right, now it's mostly fantasy books. I thought it was only a phase, but he's been reading them as if there's no tomorrow. Let's see, we have a few options here. Modern fantasy, something long, something alternative. Well, the kid likes what he likes. I'm not gonna judge him for that. Here, modern fantasy. I don't know if it's like fantasy, but we added a little twist to it. I don't know if it will be to his liking, but how about some modern fantasy to change things up a little? Well, maybe I should talk to him first before buying this. But thanks for the suggestion. Alright, well, feel free to come again after you asked him. More stress? I still haven't sold anything. It's probably not my fault, but... Oh, another customer. Michiko, what a surprise! Oh, Miss Pendergast! This will probably be a little more relaxed at least. So you really are working here more often. What a nice surprise. Did you finish your book already? Yes. It really was as good as you told me. But then again, this is from one of my favorite authors. Good to hear that you liked it. Do you look for something specific today? Not particularly, but if you have a suggestion, I'm all ears, Michiko. We gotta make sure to remember that spot. Because we're replacing everything. Everything looks the same. Here, have a suggestion. You remember that space opera trilogy you read a while ago? Yeah, that rugged old captain still visits me in my dream occasionally. Well, there's a spin-off series running right now that you might be interested in. Oh, is that so? I'll definitely check it out then. Thank you, Michiko. Sure, that's $7.99. This is my favorite bookstore for a reason. Is there anything else I can help you with? No, that's all. Thanks, Michiko. Alright, looks like my shift is almost over. Hell yes. I think I saw snow earlier. I wonder what they're up to today. Writing again, Snow? Yeah, need to finish this before Monday. Oh, I didn't know you had time constraints. Well, I need to finish it eventually, so why not finish it before Monday? No, man, I wish I'd been this organized when I was your age. You're still not as organized as I am, Ichigo. Well, way to rub salt in the wound. But not like I can argue. Anyway, when can I read the story? You're gonna post it once it's done? Dunno, this is only a test, so probably not. If it goes well, you might get to read it in one way or another, though. Eventually. No, okay, I won't rush you. I couldn't write for the life of me. Especially not as quickly as you. I'm not that quick. Please, remember that light novel you wrote in a single weekend? I'm doing my best not to. Corporate ghosts turned me into a vampire, and now I have to hunt lycanthropic ferrets to pay them back. It was great. I still cringe just hearing that title, but it was the good kind of cringe. Well, at least it showed me that comedy isn't my forte, and that you really shouldn't try to write a book in a weekend. What are you talking about? I'm still proud that I have one of the 3 print copies you made. Anyway, my shift is over, so I'll go home now. And I kind of want to read that light novel again. Please don't. No promises. Bye, Snow. I don't know if that was an up or what. Even besides the fact that I had to pitch in, suddenly today's workday was more exhausting than usual. Sometimes I wonder why I decided to work in retail. I'm not good with people, but somehow the work still manages to be fun sometimes. Maybe it's being around books all day, or maybe it's just Miss Cardover and Snow. Either way, I went home exhausted and quickly went to bed after a brief dinner. I really do prefer morning shifts after all. I'm not made for coming home from work and having to go to bed soon after. I wish I could relate, but you know, work is like, well, it can't favor you to work only in the mornings. That's not fair to other people. Okay. Good morning, Ichigo. How are you today? Tired, but it's soon already. That doesn't change anything. I like to relate, but I don't get tired. I think this is the first time I genuinely envy you. No need to envy me. You're fine as just as you are. Well, after being at the bookstore yesterday, how do you feel about working on some art today? There is a competition right around the corner after all. Can we please agree not to talk about things like that right after I wake up? Let me at least take a shower first. Understood. I should remember that you aren't fully functional right after booting up. That's one way to put it. Well, we'll talk about your plans for the day when you're ready. Thanks. I'll go get ready then. Okay. When he appeared, Joyce told me to think of him as my virtual butler. At that point, I didn't think it would entail waking me up and going over my plans, both short and long term, so regularly. He even managed to make it feel perfectly natural. I guess it has its good sides, but still. By the time I was eating breakfast, the topic was brought up again. Well, just as promised, although this time I didn't have a valid excuse not to talk about it, so I just obliged. But really about that competition, I still think it's a great chance for you to test your ambitions with relatively little risk. Little risk? If I lose, I'll probably also lose this apartment. Not if you give it your all. Girl, no you're not. I've been taking up extra days for you at work. You're fine. For someone who is supposedly all rational, you sure sound naive at times. It's optimism. I can show you the data of my predictions if you want. I'm certain you'll be more than likely to win if you just put enough effort into it. You only worked on your entry once so far, but you still have a chance if you keep at it. So how about it? Do you want to work for the competition today? Yeah, why not? Why would I say no to that? You do have a point. I should probably try to be more optimistic as well. So, thanks for giving me a push like that occasionally. Yes, that's what I'm here for after all. And I've really come to enjoy watching you draw. But thanks. Alright, I guess I'll get started then. What's on the agenda for today? I'll start adding details today. It works well enough that I can refine everything some more. And I'll make sure that the colors work well for the atmosphere I want. Alright, I look forward to seeing it. Ooh, do we like physically get to see her work, like the sketch turn into art? At this point, drawing has started to feel like a regular habit again. Work ended up being pretty focused. I drew and only occasionally forgot to drink or take a break. Apparently, Joyce had been reading up on art theory. At first, I was a little annoyed when he started suggesting things, but as rare as they were, his suggestions were usually on point. I suppose getting defensive before even considering his feedback was a knee-jerk reaction. But in my defense, most of the time when others suggest something while you're still in the middle of work, they point out mistakes you're already aware of. Thinking about it, it's kind of creepy how Joyce seems to have a fairly good grasp on how my brain works. Is this the future we're headed to? In the end, I didn't really get a chance to contemplate that thought. My focus was on what was slowly building up on my screen, and to be honest, I had a blast watching it take shape. Ooh, we do get to see it. Oh, thank God. This is lovely. It's getting better and better, Michiko. Are you done for the day? Yes, I think so. I don't think I'll be able to stay very focused now. Well, you did get a good chunk of work done, so no worries. Thanks. You were actually pretty helpful, to be honest. I'm glad to hear that. I was worried I was talking into your process too much. It was fine. Great. I hope your work pays off in the end. Yeah, me too. Do you have any other plans for today? Well, no. Then why don't you go out for a little bit? Well, what? What? I know you like being coped up in here, but you should still go outside once in a while. I'm not all that good being around people. I'm not saying you should go out to any crowded places. Just take a walk, enjoy the late afternoon sun, spend some time away from the screen, something like that. As you tell me that, and I've been sitting here just recording games all day. I should probably go outside sometime. I am though. My friend's coming over. It's fine. That's sort of strange coming from someone who literally exists inside of a screen. To be precise. Wait, what's going on? Oh, okay. The Eon Dream... I have the Eon Dream Studios on post notification. I thought they tweeted that chapter 4 is out. My heart. To be precise, I don't exist within this screen. I'm merely displayed by it. Alright. My point still remains though. Yes, but how about it? Well, why are people suddenly calling me so often? Not Miss Cardover for once. Hello? Hello Michiko. It's Phoenix! This is Phoenix. Oh, hey Phoenix. Sorry for calling you out of the blue. Miss Cardover gave me your number and said I could call you if I had any questions. Oh, so you have a question? Yes, sort of. I only moved here recently and still don't know the town very well. Do you want me to show you around? Not quite. I was just wondering if there are any good cafes in the area. Yeah, there's one I go to occasionally if I feel like it. Want me to give you the address? Well, thanks, but would you care to join me there tomorrow? You're inviting me? I know we don't know each other very well, but I enjoy talking to you. Oh my god, this guy would have my heart already if I got this phone call. And Miss Cardover said you're an artist? Oh, yes, when I find the time at least. Great, I really like art, but there's usually no one to talk about it with. I don't mean to pressure you or anything, but would you like to go out for coffee and chat? Of course! What? I'm not gonna be like, no, I have plans. What plans me? Sure! That sounds good. Sometime around noon, maybe. Yes, that would work. No problem. Let's just meet up at the intersection next to the bookstore. It's not far from there. Alright, see you tomorrow. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Phoenix! That's great, spending time with each other. People will surely be a good change of pace. I suppose, but this isn't really a big deal, honestly. For you, for me, it's everything. Just a chat between co-workers. It's still a good thing to happen. But back to my original question. Why don't you take a short walk today? Damn it! Forgot you wanted me to take a walk. I guess there's no harm in doing that. Exactly. So much fresh air in just one weekend. I feel like you're already living a lot healthier, Michiko. I guess. And so I actually went for a walk that afternoon. I didn't really think about it, but somehow I went to the street I'll meet up with Phoenix at. Well, there is pretty nice. Joyce asked me if I wanted to install that app he talked about. To leave the apartment for once too, as he put it. Frankly, I enjoyed the brief time I had where I wasn't being monitored by an AI, and most likely also the company behind it. Maybe I'll take Joyce with me some other time. I get that it's frustrating to be stuck inside this room the whole time. He can't even change his viewpoint, now that I think about it. Was it mean to flat out deny his request? Well, either way, the walk was pretty enjoyable. It wasn't exactly warm yet, but it did feel more like spring than it did a couple of weeks ago. By the time I was walking back home, the sun began to set. This really does look nicer from outside. Maybe I should go outside more often. But if I say that in front of Joyce, I'll never hear the end of it. Anyway, maybe it really is helpful to have him around. I mean, once you get used to the peculiar details of our situation, Joyce really does his best to help me. We'll see how tomorrow goes. I'll meet up with Phoenix. to be honest. I still can't really tell what kind of person he is. Although regardless of what is going to happen tomorrow, this turned out to be a really nice way to ring out the day. I don't know. Maybe Phoenix is really nice. Or maybe he's just low-key mean. Who knows? Who knows? But we're not gonna know until the next episode. I'm like completely covering a bunch of these saves and I don't know where I'm saving it to because it all looks like a mess to me right now. Looks like I don't know where I'm saving. I don't know. Usually I like games that have multiple tabs because I'm always a person that saves a lot, but I'm sure there's some people that don't even save at all because they're just straight out playing through it and save when they're tired or something. But anyway, this is it for today's episode. Stay beautiful and I'll see you guys in the next one.
의미 없는 감정 소모해 반복된 시속 속에 이젠 지겨워지게 반복된 시속 속에